Hi guys, and in this video I'm going to explain to you why you need email marketing for your online store, whether you've got a store on Shopify, WooCommerce or any of the other online store platforms that are currently on the market. Now when it comes to email marketing, a lot of people when they start their online store, they don't really think that email marketing is a very powerful tool. Well, it's actually been proven that email marketing is one of the most powerful marketing tools that you can actually use, and this comes down to a lot of factors. Number one is that most people in the world have an email, right? So pretty much everyone has their own email address. Number two, you can send emails pretty much whenever you'd like to your customer. So literally people can see these emails constantly, whereas with Facebook ads and things like that, you actually have to rely on an algorithm and some more different complex things to actually get your ads and marketing in front of people's eyes. So that's another benefit. And also another one is that you can really get very personal within these emails, and this is going to be an extremely effective way at getting customers to basically come to your store or come back to your store and purchase more products. Now with email marketing, with our clients, we've managed to get around 25 to 30% of the client's store's revenue through email marketing. In the email that I sent you, you should have seen just a few results that we've managed to get for our clients, and you will see that email marketing is absolutely essential. It's a really, really good tool to make you a lot more money through your online store. So let's get into a few ways that you can implement email marketing into your online store and actually begin collecting sales. So there's many different flows and sequences that we can actually send to our customers to get them basically coming back to our store and either buying more products or actually getting customers who haven't purchased yet to come back to our store and actually buy on a product that they may have been viewing or they may have even abandoned. Now the first 4 email sequences are the most important, and they should be a standard thing that you have set up in your store. If you don't have these set up in your store, you really need to think about doing these, because these really are going to bring up your sales and are really going to help you when it comes to your online store collecting the sales. So let's go through these 4 different email sequences and how sort of in basic terms we can set them up. So number 1 is probably the most important email flow sequence that you should be sending to your customers, and this is the abandoned cart flow. Now what is an abandoned cart flow? It's actually very, very simple. Now when someone goes onto your online store and begins purchasing a product, obviously they click on the product they want, they may have seen a product that they want, and they begin entering their details. So they enter, their name, their email address, their payment options and stuff like that. Now a lot of people during this process, they either get distracted, this could be by a family member or whatever distracts them, or they could just simply have seen another product somewhere else, or someone may have told them, no, don't buy the product from this store, there's better prices over here, or even they may just look at the price and it may just be too overpriced for them. So what they do is they sort of decide, oh, actually I'm not going to buy this, so I'm going to click on the X button, and that basically what that does is it shuts down the browser, and obviously they're going to go off and do whatever distracted them from buying, whatever took their attention in a different direction. So here's what we can do. Now when this happens, what we can do in the back end on our email autoresponder is set up an email sequence that triggers when someone abandons their cart. What we can do is we can send them a series of emails. This is usually 1 to 4 different emails, and the first email that we send is going to be just a reminder email saying, look, we noticed you abandoned the cart. We don't know what the reason is, but if it was something to do with the price, here's a discount. And we can start offering different incentives such as, discounts, like a 20% discount on the product that they were viewing. And then we can send them a link back to the actual product, and then they'll click on it and then they'll go back and then they'll actually finish buying. There's all sorts of different things you can do, introducing scarcity, such as saying, oh, the product's going to run out of stock in the next 5 hours or whatever, and you can really begin to sort of just make the customer actually want to come back into your store. Now we can actually do some more complicated, more advanced things within these emails. So for example, on the specific product that they abandoned, you can have specific emails set up that may contain like a video or a piece of content within that email what actually describes the product and tells the customer why they should be purchasing the product in the first place. And this is a really good way to persuade the customer, the potential customer, to come back and actually buy the product. Now, abandoned cart flows are by far one of the most impactful flows that you can have set up. With our clients, we've seen around 20%, even up to 30% of revenue generated just through abandoned cart flows, and you would be pretty silly not to have one in place. So that's number one, that's abandoned cart. Number two, this is pop-ups. Now, as you know, on online stores, I don't know whether you have this set up, but you can have a pop-up that comes up in front of the customer and it says, you know, enter your email address for a discount or something like that. And so what you want to do is you want to get a pop-up app for your online store. There's plenty out there, such as Pixelpop, Privy. These are just some ones on Shopify that we've used before. And you want to set it up so that when a customer enters the store, after 2 minutes of looking around the store, you want a pop-up to come up on the screen that says, enter your email for a 20% discount. And what this is going to do is the customer is going to enter their email, and then you're just going to say after that on the pop-up, you're just going to say, you know, go over to your emails to receive the discount. And then what you're going to do in the back end is you're going to have an email sequence that triggers. The first email is just going to remind them that they've signed up for the newsletter, and you're obviously going to send them the actual discount code that they opted in for, and then a link back to the page what they were viewing. So this is obviously going to get them to go back and use a discount and purchase. This is going to be a really, really powerful thing, especially if you want to get a little more advanced. You can really tailor the pop-ups to different pages, and you can sort of tailor the pop-ups to the different products that they may be viewing. Now there is also exit intent pop-ups. So when a customer actually goes over to the X button on their computer, you can actually have a pop-up that comes up saying, you know, warning, don't leave, here's 20%, we really want you to buy, you know, the products are running out of stock or whatever, enter your email for the discount. And really what you can do here, guys, really the important thing is triggering that email sequence. Once you trigger that email sequence, you know, you can send them a series of emails. You send them constant reminders saying, look, you know, we still have the discount available, we really want you to buy. And then once again, you can include videos and all sorts of different things within these emails to get customers coming back. So that is pop-up newsletter campaigns. Really, really effective, something you need to implement. Now, number three, this is a win-back email sequence. Now, this is actually very, very basic to set up. What you want to do is when customers purchase products from your store, you want to set your email autoresponder to send an email around 30 days after the customer initially purchased the product. Now what this is going to do is, the intention of this email is to get the customer to basically come back into your store and purchase again. Now, you know, how exactly can we do this? Well, it's very simple. 30 days after the customer buys a product, we want to send them an email that tries to sell them a product that is similar or really goes well with the product that they initially purchased. Now you can set all this up in your autoresponder like Klaviyo or whatever it is you use, and you can send them an email specifically targeted at a product that is similar to the one they originally purchased. This is going to really increase their chances of coming back and purchasing. And another good thing that we always like to do is send them a nice discount. In the win-back campaign, we don't need to be very pushy. We can actually just introduce a basic discount such as 5%. A 5% discount is usually enough to get them coming back, because obviously they've already purchased from your store before, so they already know what they're going to get. You know, they've had the product in their hand, they've seen the quality of it, they've gone through the customer service. They're going to be more likely to come back with a less intense incentive. However, if they don't come back the first time, you can send them another sequence of reminder emails increasing the incentive. So eventually you could say, okay, 5% might not have been enough, here's 20%, here's the link, come back to the store and purchase again. So yeah, that's a win-back campaign, extremely effective for getting customers who have already purchased before to come back into your store. And a lot of the time, guys, with these customers, you'll see them constantly coming back to your store, because if they've purchased more than once, they're gonna have been, you know, they've been introduced to your brand, they know what the products are like, they're enjoying the products, they're gonna want to come back into your store and basically keep purchasing. That is the mindset that will be triggered. So yeah, that's the third one. That's a win back email campaign. And the last one is browse abandonment. Just like cart abandonment, this just is a little bit different. What happens is this email sequence triggers when a customer has actually viewed a product. So for example, let's say I'm looking on Diesel, Diesel the aftershave. Let's say I'm on the Diesel website and I'm having a little look at one of their aftershaves. So I'm having a little look over it, I'm reading through the description, seeing what it's like, reading some of the reviews, and in the end I decide actually I'm going to go to Gucci and buy some of their fragrances instead. I wouldn't actually buy Gucci. It's a little bit sort of expensive, and yeah, it's a little bit too expensive, but yeah, so let's say I did that, and what would happen is when I click on the X button, an email sequence will trigger saying, look, we noticed you were looking at this product, and then what we do in the emails is we say, like, here's some good things, some positive things about the product, here's some reviews, this is what people thought of the product, and then we say, look, we really want you to get in with this product, it's running out of stock quickly, here's a 20% or a 10% or whatever discount you want to use, discount on the product, and then here's a link back to the product so you can buy it, and we maybe put a little picture in there or something like that, which really entices them to come back. But with this first email, we want to send this pretty much instantly after they've abandoned the cart, because like in the example that I used, I could have just gone over to the Gucci store and bought some other fragrance that I may have been interested in, and then I will have missed out on the Diesel fragrance that I was originally going to buy. So you want to send this email instantly, and then if they don't buy instantly, if they don't go back through the email, you can send them a repetitive, constant email saying, look, we hope you haven't bought from anywhere else, but just to remind you, here, the 20% discount is still available, and here's the link, and blah, blah, blah. And that is 4 really, really powerful ways, and 4, I think, very standard email sequences that you should have set up in your store if you haven't already. There is more advanced email sequences we can go into, such as sending birthday emails, VIP emails, repeat customer emails. Also, I think another important sequence that you should have is a welcome email. So when someone actually purchases a product, you should have a welcome email sequence that says, welcome to the brand. Here's a little bit about what we do. You may send them to a YouTube video or your Facebook page or whatever, and you can send them just a few emails, introducing the brand, saying, would you like to leave a review on our products, and things like that. Really getting the customers engaged with your brand. A welcome emails are also very essential. I think we could probably move it to 5 emails, a welcome email sequence being one of them. But yeah, that is pretty much it. So if you want to know a little bit more about how you can, actually implement these into your online store, and also maybe going a little bit more in depth on how to get these onto your store, I'm going to leave a link below. It's just a link to my Facebook page, so just add me as a friend, and just go over my page and just watch the videos that I have on the page, and a lot of them they just explain how you can set up. It's all free of charge. I'm not charging anything for this. You can learn how to really implement these and generate more sales through your email marketing. Now, probably a question you're going to be asking if you don't know already and you're not really into email very much is, how exactly do we send these emails? Like, what do we use, another piece of software, or do we use Shopify or WooCommerce or whatever's inbuilt system? Now, when you're starting out, if you're starting out with an online store, obviously don't spend too much money on this, but I'm going to recommend a few good products, a few good services that you can actually use. I'm actually going to leave the links as well below this video, so if you want to start up on one of these email responders, just click one of the links below, and yeah, set up an account on one of them, and then you can get started. Now, number 1, this is one that we use for pretty much all of our clients. This is the one that has had the best results, the most effective results, and it is really, really good, guys, for email marketing. The analysis you can go into on the emails, and the segmentation, and the way that you can set up the flows and everything, and the templates, and it is absolutely amazing. That is Klaviyo. I would highly recommend using Klaviyo, but there is a few others as well, such as Market Hero, also MailChimp, and Ad Response. There's a few others that you can use, but Klaviyo is by far the best email autoresponder that you can use. And what you do within this is you set up all the emails, all the flows, you segment the customers, import your list into it, and then you send out the email flows. And yeah, that is pretty much it for this video, guys. I do hope that you've enjoyed, and I hope that you're going to now think about implementing email marketing into your store, because it is really, really going to boost your sales. I can 100% guarantee that. If you have any more questions, just respond to the email that I sent you. And yeah, that's pretty much it. Thank you very much for watching, and I will speak to you soon. Cheers.